Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well on tonight. I just had to get a little bit of a long time to come out and deliver another message to you guys. And the message on today is, who says it's not okay for a pretty girl to take a walk in her skirt? Who says it's not okay for a pretty girl to take a walk in her skirt? The ancestral blocks have been removed. You are no longer chained. You are no longer chained. You are no longer in slavery. You are no longer in bondage. You are no longer in lack. You are no longer wanting for anything. To whomever this message is for, you have defeated the odds that were thrown against you. You have broken every stronghold that was placed over your lineage. This message is for someone who has recently made it to their North Node. You could be specifically from the South. And as we know, the southern part of the states are where a lot of the original hoodoo/voodoo originated from. And the poverty spells that were placed over your blood lineage were placed by some individuals that knew if you ever woke up to who you were, that you will receive heaven on earth. And you came from a background where there was much lack growing up. And these spells that were placed over your lives were meant to keep you bound into that way of thinking and believing. But Spirit says you have broke that curse. You have risen up in remembering who you are, and just because of who you are, the access has always been granted to you. You are a child of a king. You represent the goddess energy. There was nothing that was never yours. The lineage, it was your birthright. To have a house on the hill, it was your birthright. You should never have been made to work into slave for what was already inherently yours. This is Spirit speaking through me. So if you resonate with this message, I need you to hit the like button. I need you to hit the subscribe button, and I need you to share. As I was laying down on tonight, just strolling through my phone, and this particular little girl on my reels, I know you all probably know the little girl named Miss Shirley that loves to dance with the Wedding fans. That she is an amazing little girl. I love the way her mom pours into her. And she came up on my timeline because it was very significant to this message. This little girl, at the age of 3 or 4, is already meeting interviewing people, and she's encouraging them. She is telling them how they can do anything. She is dreaming big for rich girl houses. See, her mom is pouring into her vision. She's born in her North Node. That wasn't stolen from her. It wasn't taken away from her. It was inherently hers. See, as a child, we were born into this world, and we were born into this thing that the world calls sin. And the world calls it sin. I'm assuming because, well, I know it's because they don't understand. It's sin until you have the eyes to see what it is that you need to see. Because then your perspective of everything begins to change. The way you see yourself, the way you believe, the way you know, the way you dream, the way you hope. As a child, you come into this world free, pure, not tampered with. Had the right people poured into you, you would have been further along than what you are right now, Spirit says. But it happened because your vision was stolen from you. Everybody told you what you could do and what you could not do. Every time you shared that vision with someone, they laughed at you. They said it would never happen. They called you crazy for believing. They wanted you to tone down your happiness. You were too bright. You dreamt too big. And they couldn't handle that. The highest frequency of all is the frequency of love. And that's what made you different. That's what made you different. That's what made you carry that royal DNA, that inherited vibration. And because you were able to carry the frequency of love, no matter how many times people, places, and things came up against you, you continue to carry that vibration of love. You carried no hate for no one. And this message is very specific because a lot of people in this world cannot not hate somebody. They always gotta have a grudge going. But you are so light in your energy. You are such a beautiful soul. And that's why they wanted to dim you down and take that vibrational frequency that you automatically were born with. They wanted to take that away from you. They wanted to tarnish your name. But you belong to the Most High Mother and Father. And you are now, well, you have reclaimed your inheritance. You have reclaimed that birthright. You have reclaimed your power. I started off this message saying that it is okay. Something about a pretty girl taking a walk in the skirt. I'm from the South, but now I live in the North. And when you travel around the world, you begin to see things differently. How people live, how they interact. And you begin to see the false illusions that were placed over your lives. These beautiful children at the age of, before they can even walk, they take walks with their skirts on. They take walks with their little Spanx on. And it's so natural here. And I gave away my power for so long to a man that didn't even love me properly. So insecure. I know you're not going to go for a walk with that skirt on. Baby, I stood up in my power and I walked on out that door. Because in this season, nothing or no one can claim authority over us. Our light will no longer be dim. We are not in bias of anyone or anything. We allow the creatures here on this earth to live as free spirits. And your spirit is now free. You are not trapped. You are not chained. You are not held down to the commands that the society or those that came before you wanting you to stay within their standards. But because you are free, honey, feel free to take a walk with your shorts on. That does not define who you are. Feel free to express your uniqueness because you are beautiful and you are just being able to be comfortable with being seen, because so much of your growing up you have been hidden like a Cinderella love story, made to believe that you were ugly. It is now your time. The fairy tale, everything is about to unfold quicker than you can ever imagine, because you decided to stand up and reclaim your power. To whom this message is for, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button so you will not miss the next messages. I love you, and I will talk to you in my next video. Ciao.